Hello there everyone, what's going on? It's me, the Blazer. Welcome back to another video. Now, this is very special today. We are reading, or I am, reading Wally, which is a Pokemon Creepypasta. Now, I'm going to do a lot of these readings, and I'm going to jump just right into it. I'll give my review of the Creepypasta afterwards, but real quick, if I mispronounce some things, then I'm sorry. It's just who I am, and I'm also, it might be because I have a shitty mic right now. I'm in the mix of getting better equipment, but for right now I have to, work with what I got. So let me just jump right into Wally, a Pokemon Creepypasta. The experience I'm about to recount to you is quite short, unfortunately, but I will remember it quite vividly. You'll remember Wally, right? The cute little boy who served as your rival in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald? Yeah, he's easily one of my favorites. He doesn't seem to have any emotional hang-ups. He's not arrogant. He doesn't constantly call you weak. He's not a hyperactive annoyance. And he's not trying to deceive you even for the smallest amount of time. He's just a sweet, innocent little boy who wants to be a good Pokemon trainer. He was the one I hated to be, but at the same time, I loved it. The way he accepted his defeat at my character's hands with the vow to try harder made me feel like I was a motivator of some sort. I wasn't being him mercilessly, I was helping him get better. If it had been quite some time since I played my Ruby game, a few years at least, but I never once misplaced it, as I suddenly got the urge to play it one day after watching the Girachi Wishmaker movie. I found it neatly tucked away in my sock drawer, and the exact same corner in which I left it. It wasn't even dusty. The cloth protection of a bunch of unused socks kept it safe from any damaging elements, which in turn answered the question as to why I had placed it in my sock drawer in the first place. I located my DS. I misplaced my GBASP quite a while ago, not that it mattered, and quickly inserted the red cartridge, and excited to see my old, completely unbalanced Pokemon team. I selected my save file and saw that I had saved right in front of the Pokemon League, which was good considering I planned to challenge them straight away anyway. Rather, since I was there, I figured I'll pay my favorite little rival a friendly visit before doing anything. First Wally, then the League, and I'll see if there was a chance I had been lucky enough to find my game on the day I could find Mirage Island level. As I stepped away from the League entrance, following the zigzag path downward, I stopped a moment and opened my party. Normally, when I leave a Pokemon game alone for a while, I found out that the last thing I did was trade to help my Pokédex or my other games. It certainly wouldn't have been the first time that I entered battle completely unaware that I had a party full of level 5 Rattata and Magikarp. Magikarp, oh my god. It's a bit of an embarrassing situation, to say the least. As I said, painfully unbalanced, but they were all there just as I had left them. And by the way, this is out of the story. It has like him saying what Pokemon he had, but I'm just not gonna read that part because it's not even important to the story. But we'll continue on. Actually, that meant the Ruby was the game I hadn't abused the Petalburg with. It must have been Emerald, but that's not really important though. And I'm getting off track. My party was there, so I didn't have to waste a few minutes in going back up to the League to switch out my dinky little under-level Pokemon for something a little better. So I began my little trek to see Wally once more. As I entered the cave, he was standing there, waiting for me. I couldn't remember if that was what he was supposed to do or not. As I said, it's been quite a long time since I've so much as thought about this game. But I was excited to talk to him either way. Whether I felt guilty or for being him or not, I really loved seeing him. I approached him and pressed A to talk. But rather than have him say something in greeting before challenging me into a battle. The trainer spotted, Uncle Trainer spotted, theme played for a second or two before the screen flickered significantly in a battle, or signifying a battle had started. But just as quickly as the screen fades black, it faded back into the normal cave scene once more. Only Wally was no longer there. I shrugged it off, thinking that the years of actually had put a little wear on the game's inner workings. Not that I'm actually techno-savvy enough to really know how that worked. I started to walk away, thinking I'll try to see if this glitch continued in the Pokemon League. If it did, I was out of a game. I would either have to reset or get a new one. Either option would kill me. If Forno was the best Pokemon I'd ever had, though before I could take a single step past turning around the Pokénav ring. I didn't think it could function properly in caves and the like, but since I was kind of close to the exit in open air, I suppose it made sense for it to work. Come to Petalburg. It was Wally. Click. I'm not entirely sure how to explain it, but with the little hiccup my game had just had with the battle scene in the face, that I'm almost positive that small bit of dialogue wasn't scripted, I just felt uneasy. Nonetheless, I got out of the cave and selected Daily, or fuck, I just fucked that name up, to fly to Petalburg City. When I got there, I could definitely tell something was off. The whole area looked foggy, and all the colors looked as if they had been washed out, leaving the normally cheery Tittle town looking rather dismal. Even the music was different, just slightly though. The tempo had been noticeably slowed further, adding to the incredibly dreary effect. I explored the area a little, going in the few buildings surrounding the Pokemon Center just to see what else had changed. For one thing, no one was around. The area was completely devoid of all NPCs, but it didn't take me long to figure out where they all were. I walked up to Wally's parents' house to find 7 NPC sprites lining the path to the door. 2 columns of 3 were with one standing to one side of the door. All of them were black. My uneasy feeling only grew. Alright. Curious, I spoke to each of them. None of them seemed happy. This shouldn't have happened. I thought he was doing so well. We thought he had beaten it. He looked up to you. Why couldn't you give him a break? He'd still be with us if not for you. He didn't think he was good enough to move further. It's your fault. I knew what was going on now, but I didn't want to believe it. But as I walked into his house, I was forced to. A couple more NPCs dodged the small room as a small black coffin rested in the middle of the area. Wally was dead. I spoke to the other NPCs, most only repeated, "It's all your fault," but one, which I believe was his mother, explained things a little better for me. The damp cave ale, fuck my life. The damp cave ale aggravated his condition. He strained himself to become better so he could finally be as good as you, but he pushed himself too hard. His body gave out. A hiker found him, a Pokeball clutch in his little hands. His Pokemon refusing to leave his side. He called us using Wally's nav. You know what it's like? Being informed by a total stranger that someone you love is dead? Pay your respects and leave. This is all your fault. By now I feel absolutely terrible, won't you? So I did as I was told and walked up to the small casket. As soon as I touched it, the music stopped, and a blank dialog box popped up. It stayed there for a few seconds before a single word was slowly typed out in it. Why? A battle started, a real one this time. Rather than the teaser I had experienced earlier, my heart sank as Wally's sprite slid into the opposing trainer's spot. His skin was pale, his colors were washed out, and he looked quite sad. But what hurt the most was the opening battle announcement. Pokemon trainer Wally wants one last battle. He sent out his first Pokemon, his cherished Gardevoir. Fuck my life, I just keep fucking his words up. Who also looked upset. I assumed this would be the trend with his Pokemon. I sent out Inferno. Sympathy urged me to throw this battle to make his last one a good one for him, but the competitor in me said to give it all I had. Guess which one I listened to. Inferno plows through each and every one of his saddened Pokemon, knocking them flat with one attack each. As the battle ended, Wally slid back into flame, his spite now mostly transparent, and said, "Why can't you let me win?" When the battle screen faded, Wally's mother approached my character, pushed him back and away from the coffin. "Get out! You're done here. You disgust me." As she shoved me out the door, instead of appearing outside the house, the screen cut to white and began rolling the credits. As names of those involved in the production of the game faded in and out, the white was replaced by an ending scene. Poor Wally's funeral procession. NPCs split slowly parried through Petalburg, the tiny casket at the center of the crowd. My eyes watered as they slowly left through the white exit of the city. The camera followed as they stopped at the small patch of grass where Wally had caught his deer. Walt. Fuck, that's with an R. I'm sorry, I can't fucking say it. It's like R-A-L-T-S. I can't. Oh my god, fuck my life. Anyways, last fucking paragraph. When they stopped, they all turned to face the screen, just for a second, but I could almost feel the judgment. As they turned back to the casket, the screen faded to white, and Wally's trainer sprite faded in. Beneath it were 3 little words. In loving memory. So, that was Wally. Now, first of all, I want to say I'm sorry. I apologize for I was leaving like notes saying, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, fuck my life, and I'm very sorry about that. This is my first time doing it, and I know I shouldn't do it, but I've been trying to record this now for like the past week, and it just has been awful. And yeah, so anyways, what I thought of Wally. Now, if you see my Minecraft series, you know that I named I named my series after this Creepypasta. And I said that I think this is the best Pokemon Creepypasta. Now, I kind of want to rephrase that. I don't think this is the best, but I'm not saying this is the worst either. Now, for example, a lot of people look up to like Pokemon like Lavender Town Syndrome, which is a big cliche in the Pokemon Creepypasta, and the Creepypasta universe in total, like Lavender Town and like what was it? And like what's called a Ghost, like the Ghost, like oh no, Pokemon Creepy Black, and like Strangled Red, and games like those, like Creepypastas like those, and a lot of people look up to them. Now, the reason why I like this one is because it focuses more on Pokemon, Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, which are games that I don't think a lot of people do creepypastas on, for one. Everyone goes for the original, like, red and blue and yellow, especially yellow and stuff like that. And two, it takes a different kind of tone on the creepypasta in total. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when I first heard of it, I thought this was just gonna be a big cliche once it got to, like, Wally died, but then I got more reading into it. It's actually pretty sad, because, I gotta give the guy credit, because he kind of set it up, like, he, like, the way that, like, his mother described it, it just feels like something, like, an actual parent would say, and just, and that ending, well, close to the end, where, like, where is it? Right here. Pokemon Trainer Wally wants one last battle. I feel like that's, like, that really hits home, because Wally is my favorite rival, about the whole games. Like Gary Oak's like second for me, but he's number one. And you know, it's very true. Like he just wants to be as good as you are. It's kind of sad to see this character die, because you know the guy, like this anonymous fucking, anyway, also I mean fucking author, also that was a dick move he made on my part, that he fucking just, you know, like said guess which side, guess which one I listened to, and you know he just killed. You should have let Wally win. I would have let him win at least, you know, but hey, that's, I didn't like the fuck Creepypasta. But and also one last thing I have to say about this Creepypasta is that I like it because this could be real. Now I know what you're probably thinking, you're like, it can't be real. Of course it can't be real. It's fake. No, it can be actually. It doesn't break down the full flaw in any way. Well, it technically does, but it's with like the site, like the you know, Wally was waiting for him for too long, you know, and that could be an actual effect on the game. Like for example, the game Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Oh my god, I just said fucking Snake Eater. Jesus fuck, that's what I'm talking about. You know, if you like, you know, you save the game right before the end battle, like the end. If you save the game and then, like, you know, wait a week and then, you know, get back into it, the end dies because, you know, you haven't played the game in a week. So like something like this, you know, can happen. Well, if you wait a long time, something happens. Well, like it can probably affect the game in total. Now, I just, you know, I feel like this could be a real, like, someone can make a WOM hack or something out of this. A WOM hack, you know, R-O-M, fucking WOM, fuck, I can't, I'm so sorry, those are some things I can't say, it's just fucking fuck my life. But anyways, yeah, that's what I thought about Wally in total. One more, I just want to say one more thing, before I go. Oh, well, two more things. One, I am going to be doing more creepypastas. I'm going to be reading more. So, you know, if you want me to read a song creepypasta, just, you know, give me, tell me in the comments or something, and I'll look it up and read it, or I'll just get my personal favorites and I'll read them, and, you know, all that good jazz. And the second thing is that, I'm gonna get, if you guys follow my channel, then, I'm gonna be doing soon, I'm gonna be playing BioShock, the collection, the HD remaster that came out. I'm gonna play all 3 BioShock games, plus doing a playthrough Red Dead Redemption on the channel, which I'm very excited about. But, I'm gonna give it a little bit of time, because right now I'm not in a good situation. You know, this mic is fucking terrible. I'm gonna get, like a Blue Yeti mic, or something, you know, make my voice sound better, because this mic is just shit in total. It's just, everything I have is shit. I'm gonna get better equipment, I'm just gonna get better everything, make my videos better and more enjoyable. But if you watch this, then, and you made this far in the fucking video, thank you. Thank you very, very much for watching my stuff, and actually going through the painful hearing of me reading this story out loud. I literally, like, when I was trying to record it one time, I was listening to myself and I was like, God, that sounds fucking awful. But, like, for one, it's probably the mic, and two, it's just, I can't help it. It's something in my brain is why I sound this way, but that's something totally different. That's another video, but yeah. And also the gameplay footage might be, the gameplay on screen might be just random stuff. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I recorded some, like, Super Hot, I think it was, like, the other night, just because, you know, I was gonna make this video, but, yeah. So, if you guys like this, please, like, comment, subscribe. You know, fucking hate it if you hate it. Again, I'm gonna keep reading creepypastas because I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. I love it. It just makes me, I love to read stories, like, you know, creepypasta stories, and I love to read trollpastas and shitpastas. Oh god, yo, I got some special goodies when it comes to fucking trollpasta season, fucking, and shitpasta territory. I got some very special ones. But until then, thank you, and this is me, Red Blaze, and I am